Yo, what's up? How's everybody doing today? Welcome to Risen Fallen Podcast. I am your host, Mark Hendrickson. If you're brand new to this show, if you're brand new to this podcast, then what you can expect is open and authentic conversations about things like mental health and self-development and how to get your life moving in the right direction. If you're not new to this show and you're just returning back to listening or watching or you're joining the journey or whatever it is, I just want to say thank you very much for I guess I already said it, joining in and supporting the cause, supporting the notion, and supporting the idea of making yourself 1% better every single day, and along the way, lifting other people up as well. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are doing well. I was literally about to just head out of the house right now to go grab some groceries, and I just had this little spark of inspiration hit me based off of a few conversations that I've had today. And I wanted to sit down and record this for you guys. And it's going to be a short and sweet little episode because it is a pretty simple concept and it's something that you guys have heard before. But I just wanted to give you this reminder, and I just wanted to maybe explain it in a way that maybe, gives you a different perspective on this issue. And so let's get right into it. And I just wanted to, start off by letting you know that no matter what it is you're going through, you're not alone. You are loved. You have worth. You are here for a purpose. And the reason I say that is because it is so easy. It's so easy to get drowned in this feeling of loneliness and isolation when you're suffering with something mentally or physically or spiritually or whatever it could possibly be. And I just want to remind you right now not to cut yourself off from the world. There might be someone in your life that's hurting you. There might be someone that you trusted to have your back. There might be someone, that burned you and really put a sour taste in your mouth in regards to trusting other people and opening up and letting other people in. But there is always somebody out there, and I've realized that. And I had a good conversation earlier today with Marcus Torgerson, and that's going to drop on Thursday for you guys. It's a really good podcast episode where we had conversations about this exact topic. And so I'm not going to talk about what we talked about then. But what I will talk about is the fact that I also got randomly, I got a call from one of my good friends today, and we had a pretty good heart-to-heart. There was a couple times where I was pretty close to tears and crying because, we were discussing similar issues that we were both going through in regards to trusting people and loving yourself and loving other people and just having this ongoing constant battle, especially as young men where you feel alone, you feel isolated, you feel like the underdog, like nobody has your back. Everybody you've trusted has burnt you. Everybody, has people in your past have fucked you over, and you just feel like, I don't need anybody. And I don't want to even open myself up to anybody because anytime I've opened up in the past, again, this is just kind of maybe some narration of my own self-talk, but maybe you can relate to this. But thinking about, and I'm not saying that this is reality, I'm just saying that thinking about the concept of anytime I've opened up to somebody in the past, it's just fucked me over. It's just burned me and hurt me. And so I don't want to let anybody else in because I don't want to give, the opportunity to be hurt any longer. And if I just stay by myself and I'm isolated and alone, which is one of my biggest fears, then, I take the ammunition away from my adversary. Because if the worst thing that life can serve me up or the worst thing that other people can do to me is to make me feel alone, and if I voluntarily make myself feel alone, then I'm taking away their ammunition. And I wanted to remind you guys that road leads to hell. Because none of us, even though you're born into this world alone and alone you'll go out. I know that's a famous saying, but, I believe in a higher power, and I don't think that any of us are truly alone at any point in our lives, even if we do feel like it. I believe God's with us. But not only do we need God, not only do we need to love ourselves, but we do need the love of other people. And it is so fucking scary to trust and to open up and to love other people And it's very isolating to think about your own thoughts, your own journey, your own life, the childhood things you went through, the things you went through in your teens, to even some of the things that are kicking you in the balls right now. It's easy to look at your life and think, no one really understands me. No one understands the way I think. No one understands my emotions, my pain, my hurt. And so what's the point of even sharing it with them? And I find myself thinking this all the time. And one of the biggest things that I've done to combat that behavioral and thought process is this podcast, to open up and talk about the things that I go through and think about, and talk about the way that I think and the thought patterns that I have in my life, the direction of where my thoughts go. Of like, this is my first thought, then this, whatever, etc. You guys get the point. And I had a good conversation with one of my good friends today about this concept, this topic of just like how difficult it is to open up and to love and trust ourselves and the people around us, and how isolating it can be, and how we sometimes dive into this emotion of this hatred, of this loneliness, of this underdog. We want to feel like an underdog because a lot of us can use this as fuel. And it can become almost like an addictive behavior of like, okay, I'm a victim, I'm an underdog, the odds are stacked against me, but I'm going to fucking show these people what I can do. And that feeling, that emotion, that mind state can be very motivational. It can be very, it can help drive you into a lot of different, avenues of life that can help you progress. That's a lot of what has motivated me in regards to my fitness and to my work, my business, etc., of just wanting to improve, because this constant feeling in life that, nobody cares, nobody's going to be there for me. In fact, they're all betting against me, and I just want to show these people what I can do. And that's just like an addicted, a thought process or a motivational source that I've tapped into, that I've become addicted to. And I'm sure other people, maybe you relate to this or not. I don't know. I'm just here telling you the way I think, and hopefully that relates to something that you think. But I just wanted to express the dangers of doing that, and how isolating and alone that it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If your motivation and your energy source that you're tapping into is this loneliness, this underdog feeling, this isolated feeling, then how do you anticipate that you're going to feel even after you've achieved anything that you've achieved? It's like you're still going to feel alone and isolated, and like everyone's betting against you. And so it's difficult, and I think that I could probably count the people that I can trust and open up to about my emotions and my feelings and my problems on one hand. But that being said, I think that a lot of us go through these cycles in our life where, we trust somebody and we explain something about ourselves, and maybe they just don't listen at all. Maybe they go in and they sit there and you tell them about all your problems and your emotions, and then the first thing that they talk about is their problems and their emotions, and you're like, well, I wasn't even, they didn't even hear me. They didn't even care about my problems. They just wanted to wait until I was done talking to tell me about their problems. Or maybe you get people that use those issues against you. They manipulate you. They become, I don't know a good way to say it, but just like fucking shitty people towards you. They become like your enemies, your adversaries. And you go through life and you have all these instances where you get burned, and you go from open and trusting everybody to open and trusting nobody. And you shut everybody out and you become alone. And it's this weird dance of I need people, but I don't want to need people. And I just want to remind you right now that you probably have, a similar situation to me. You have maybe 1, 2, 3, 5 people tops. I don't know how many it is for you. Probably a small number of people that you can trust, that have your back, that love you, that care about you, that are concerned for you. And I want to give you this reminder right now to reach out to those people, because today I was fortunate enough to have my friend reach out to me and see how I was doing and ask me and care about what I'm going through. And, because of the lives we live, and I have full empathy for this, because I tend to get a little bit busy sometimes and stressed out, and I forget about the big things in life because I'm worried about the little things that seem urgent. But I want to remind you right now to call a friend today that you love, that you need to connect with, that you wish called you. Maybe just call one person that you're thinking, the one person that you're thinking of right now. Just call them and tell them, hey, think of all the things that you need to hear and tell those things to that person. Say, hey, I love you. I care about you. I hope that you're doing all right. Are you doing all right? And maybe just ask them how they're doing and just express your love and care for that person, because you never know what someone else is going through. And someone could be sitting by their phone right now, staring at it and not seeing any calls or any texts or any messages on any social media and thinking to themselves, fuck, maybe I am alone. Maybe nobody actually does care about me. Nobody's reaching out to me and nobody cares how I'm doing. And it's too scary to reach out to somebody else because, I've been burned in the past and nobody cared before. So why would they care now? And because of that, we get discouraged and we don't reach out to people when we need help. And because of that, it leads to more isolation and more loneliness. And so because of that, I just wanted to remind you right now to reach out to your friends and let them know you love them. Give them a call, give them a text, FaceTime them, and let them know that you care about them and that you love them. And that is your duty. It is your moral and ethical duty as a friend to be there for your friends. And so that's the reminder I wanted to give you guys today. Yeah, you might be hurting, but someone else might be out there hurting even more. Or someone might be feeling the exact same fucking thing that you feel that you're hurting from, that makes you so different and isolated and alone. And you have no idea that your friends right now are going through the exact same thing. So reach out to them. Be the friend that you need, because the more that you can make this normal, the more that you can normalize young people or old people or any people that you have in your life, the more that you can normalize reaching out and loving people and connecting with people, the more normal it'll become in your friend group and the more you'll have it in your life. And so that's all I wanted to say for you guys today. Again, like I said, it'll be a short little sweet episode. I am going to sign off now. You guys can check out the conversation I had with Marcus on Thursday. Other than that, just a little reminder, you are loved, you are worth it. No matter what you're going through right now, life can and will get better for you. You're not alone, and you're loved. On that note, I will see you on Thursday. Much love and peace out. Share this message with someone that needs to hear it, or just text them and let them know you love them. Much love. Peace out. Bye.